Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and folks of all ages. Welcome to the Night Shift. I'm Jerry, and this is my co-host, Ralph.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
We got a little podcast here we're starting up, and it's just mostly a podcast consisting of random thoughts and, stuff we're into, or anything really. It's kind of a shit post, but it's something.
Practically.
It's a little project we have going on, and we've just decided to give it a little try. So let's begin. So what you been up to, Ralph?
Really nothing much. I've just been focusing on moving and just quite of other stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, like a lot of real life stuff, kind of going on with me too. I've been busy with work and whatnot. I've been busy with all other sorts of stuff. But
Right.
I still try to make time for other things. I still play video games. I listen to music every now and again. Actually, I listen to
Right.
music way more than I probably should. Um,
Same.
but like, but I still hang in there, and so far I got this going on right now. So
Yeah.
um, you still haven't beaten Resident Evil 8 yet, which
I know.
I would love to discuss that sometime, but you keep forgetting to finish the damn thing. You gotta
Yeah, I
finish the
know.
damn game. It's a goddamn. It's probably.
It's a good game, I know.
If that doesn't become like best game of the year, I'm gonna fucking shit my pants. Like fuck.
Oh, dude, same. Like, what I've played of it,
But
like,
but you
I've just
know
rarely gotten time between what
but
I've been
that's
doing between moving and
but
other things.
it's just the way fucking game reward shows are. They're so fucking rigged, dude. Like fuck.
Right.
But not much you can really do about that.
Yeah, you can't just make time when you ain't got any.
Nah, and you can't really change the way the game industry is.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Till a big thing happens, and then you have to move the day.
Then before you know, you're trending on Twitter. But
Ooh.
let's not open that coffin. So what about that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer? It was I watched it. I'm kind of excited. They recasted Doc Ock and they recasted the Green Goblin, obviously.
Yeah, William Dafoe.
William Dafoe. I'm terrible with actor names. I'm really terrible, man. Like
Honestly, so am I, but like those guys were kind of my childhood.
I
So
mean
like
they
that's
were my
what really
childhood
fun
too,
is.
but as a kid I don't usually think of the actor.
Right.
Unless they
You
played
think
it
of the character.
unless they played a fucking character that had the same goddamn name. Like
Yeah.
I I don't. I fucking don't.
But I'm very excited. I do want to see like the multiverse trying to like crack through, and like apparently Electro's going to be in it. Some people thinks that the Sandman might be in it, which last time I checked, he wasn't. Well, he was a villain, but he isn't.
Well,
Like
I
in the last
think
one.
I think we might as well just address the biggest rumor in the room, which is like not even really in the room, but it's outside the building because it's such a big fucking
Man, we got to get out of this galaxy. It's so huge. It's beyond the Milky Way.
apparently Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be like cameoing in this film, or they're going to be appearing in the film. I don't know if that's true. I know like everybody's been saying it's somewhat confirmed, but for all we know, this could just be something small, or it could just be a
Pizza
exaggerated.
time gag.
It could just be an out there rumor.
Right. I have seen leaked, quote unquote, behind the scenes Andrew Garfield being there. I haven't seen
No,
anything
no.
from Toby.
People watching this in the future. This was before the movie came out.
Oh yeah, maybe we should
um,
have said that first.
we could be wrong. They could not be in the movie, and we're not sure if those leaks are true. But
That's why I said quote unquote.
but you know, it's very easy to fake things.
Very, especially like with the hype that's going around it. It's just leaks. Well, quote unquote leaked footage is like they're being like shot out every day almost.
Just, but you know, the iconic. I mean, it's basically a meme at this point. You know, the whole "Hello, Peter." But
Hello, Peter.
hello, Peter.
And if I would love to see that Doc Ock with Toby again, like that.
It would be a dream come true. It would be a dream come true. You know, I personally, you know, Tobey Maguire is always probably going to be my favorite live action Spider-Man. However, like Andrew Garfield did grow me a little bit, but
Right.
you know, even though like he's a bit weird. Like when he's like in the first movie where he like takes a picture of Gwen Stacy while she's just sitting there without
Right.
even just her, you know. I know like it's like a romance thing and whatnot, but you know, out of context, it's kind of fucking weird. And if I recall correctly, in the second film, apparently he like fucking spied on her while she was in her fucking house.
I honestly don't remember too much around that time. Like around that time, like
I mean, people usually say Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker is a bit like on the weird side. Not that Peter Parker isn't a goofy character.
right.
Tom Holland, you know, Tom Holland, he's
He grew on me honestly. Like I honestly, well, at first I was kind of meh on him, but later down the line he kind of grew on me.
oh yeah, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland. I'm sorry, but Tom Holland, man, I have my issues. You know, I feel like he's always just kind of a bit too reliant on Tony, and I mean now obviously Tony Stark's dead for now,
But he
but
still access of his like technology, even though he's dead.
yeah, and you know they could also probably go the clone route, you know,
Yeah.
like, but we're getting. But
We're
about
not
but
probably.
about the I mean this whole thing's a fucking shitpost, but
I know.
but I know that like when it comes to betrayals of Spider-Man, there's so many, and we're not even just like talking like, especially when you take into account, you know, the animated, you know, animations, you know, the fucking cartoons, the fucking video games,
The
um
movies, like animated movies, I should say.
I think my favorite animated Peter Parker is probably I don't know his fucking I don't know his name. I have a phone in front of me. Fuck. Uh, the spectacular Spider-Man Peter Parker. I felt
Well,
like that portrayal, or like
yeah,
I just really liked that portrayal. Like I felt like it was spot on. You know,
right,
it wasn't as goofy as like the '90s Spider-Man voice, which was like
right.
a bit kind of just, you know, jockish. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it. But I also
By
like,
the way,
I
this spectacular Spider-Man's voice actor, I hear he's well, not
Josh
reprised
Keaton.
his role,
Josh
but
Keaton.
yeah, Josh Keaton. I'm pretty sure he's on the newest What If episode for Marvel Zombies. So
Really? I gotta
I
watch
hear
that.
that's
I really gotta watch that because Josh Keaton's a really good Spider-Man. Um, I also love the way they portrayed. I love the way they portrayed.
Venom. That was a good one.
Yeah, I love the way they portrayed Venom in that. I love the way they handled. They even handled like the symbiote suit Spider-Man in that show really well. It's just that the damn show is so short-lived, and now what we
Yeah,
get is like, you know, not I'm not s- I haven't watched too many of them, but you know, a majority of the, you know, the Marvel cartoons now, they don't stick as well. Not that they're bad, You know,
It just
obviously
looks
they have their audience. You know, like
right,
they people like them, kids like them. You know, but
right.
you know, I don't know. I feel like the quality is just kind of lost, especially when you compare it to like a lot of DC's animated projects. Like, you know, Harley Quinn was a fun show, a weird show but fun.
Right.
A little bit all over the place, but you know, fun. Um, you know, you had like Teen Titans. You know, you had Batman: Brave and the Bold. You had fucking
Right.
well, granted, it's mostly Batman shit, but we al- we also got the new 52, you know, movies with
That unfortunately got rebooted.
and the Teen Titans movies, which were actually not too bad
And
in my opinion.
also got rebooted. The whole universe kind of got.
I
Oh,
actually quite like the Judas Contract. I know a lot of people kind of gave that movie shit, but
oh,
however, it is kind of creepy seeing like it is really kind of creepy seeing like Slade Wilson like have this fake relationship with Tara.
that was a little creepy though.
I know he's not actually intending to do it, but like, what the fuck,
Right.
girl, fuck. This guy's like 50 or some. He's like in his 50s probably.
Dude, dude is like very old. If I remember Deathstroke correctly, like he is very old.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Um, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of gross too, but
Yeah, that's definitely a factor in there.
I kind of like, you know, this may be an unpopular opinion. I liked Raven's voice actor in the Judas Contract and the Teen Titans, the movie that came before it, a lot
Right.
more than I liked. Probably a lot more than I liked Tara Strong. Was it Tara Strong that voiced Raven? I think it was Tara
I
Strong.
believe.
I don't know. I felt like Tara Strong's a bit too like emo. Like, not that it's bad, but I felt like it felt a bit more balanced. You know, just. But I like how I keep going back to the betrayal thing, um, but I think one of the most best portrayals overall would be Yuri Lofinel from the Spider-Man PS4 game. Like
Yeah,
that
that's
game in
probably my
general, that
favorite.
game in general is a very great, you know, adaptation of Spider-Man as a whole. Like if you have not played it, I recommend it. I still have not played Miles Morales yet, which I'm gonna kick myself in the ass for not playing it. Um,
Honestly, I have played it and it's very fun. Very good.
I like how it has like a winter, you know, like there's like a winter like
Kind of theme to it, yeah.
yeah, like because apparently it takes place around the winter time because I saw gameplay
Right.
of like webbing around the snow, and I find that really fucking cool. Uh,
Right.
and who knows what Spider-Man's 2 is gonna bring us? You know, I'm excited for that. I played all the DLC. You know, The City That
Yeah.
Never Sleeps. I bought the whole fucking thing. It was on sale at one point.
It was amazing, honestly.
It was
Like
a
the
great DLC.
DLC was just like raised the bar even higher.
It also added a lot more loopholes. You know, I know a lot of people hate her, but I fucking love Screwball. She's just such a stupid fucking villain.
I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm one of those people that just really hated her.
Oh,
Like,
so we got a little discourse here. Well, I mean
eh,
that's kind of the point. She's supposed to be a douchey streamer. That's her
I
whole
understand, but
character.
she makes me want to drop kick her off the building. Screw the police.
I mean, that's not a very Spider-Man thing to do. With great power comes great responsibility.
Responsibility to kick Screwball off the damn building.
Screwball is canceled party.
I know.
No, you know,
I hear actual
you think
fans like
you think
hated like
Screwball
wanted her
you,
removed.
you think Screwball would be like banned from Twitch? Like I just
You would think.
like she must be really. I mean, if not, if she has been banned, she's really good at ban evasion because
Yeah.
fuck, this bitch keeps streaming everywhere, and I mean everywhere.
And I want to know what like platform she was on. She practically kidnapped people.
She could have made her
Like-
own website to put a stream on.
Maybe.
Maybe like I don't know if Patreon can have like exclusive streams. It could be maybe they're
I'm pretty
private.
sure Patreon would still have to
Maybe
like review it.
maybe they're like like private streams where you have to pay like a fee to actually gain access. Because she seems like the type of person that would do that shit. Like you gotta pay a fee to watch me
Kidnap some people
and make Spider-Man go save him, and then have Spider-Man come over here and punch me in my face.
Right, and probably drop kick me off the building.
And then I get arrested again.
And then out again, because millions of followers.
But so, you know how fucking superhero prisons are. They're like the easiest shit to break out of. Like 90% of the time, unless the plot demands it, 90% of the time, most villains break out.
Yeah, but like I do gotta say that's what another thing the game did way better than like comics and shows of like just superhero variety. It kind of feels like when they go to Tartarus, they fucking stay there at least. You know?
Fair point. Fair point. I mean,
kind of feels like you're doing something.
I do like how you have prison enemies every now and again that spawn.
Right.
I always found that kind of cool. Anyways, what suit did you use a lot of the time? What's your favorite suit in that game? Me personally,
I don't have a favorite suit.
I love the Last Stand suit. I fucking love the Last Stand suit. Like it makes me feel like a badass.
Remember.
Like it's like I'm this badass leather jacket Spider-Man who's gonna go downtown and break some bones.
Honestly, to me, it was just like, what was I feeling? Because like they all looked beautiful. Like I think I wear the Tobey Maguire suit the most out of all of them, but like
towards the beginning of the game when I first played it, I actually wore like the Scarlet Spider suit a lot. Like
yeah, because that was like one of your favorite characters at that time.
Oh yeah, Ben Reilly specifically, not Kane.
Right.
But
the one I definitely used in Miles is Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales was the Prowler suit, but like also kind of Miles' suit. I love that suit because like I don't know, I just really love that suit. Stylistically,
it is a nice suit.
It is a very nice suit, and the soundtrack is, dude, it's amazing. I still jam to the soundtrack of the Miles Morales game. What about you, man? Any soundtracks that you listen to throughout video games?
Oh, video games? Shit, man. I love the Crash Twinsanity soundtrack. I like the full-on acapella, soundtrack is so great.
Yeah.
The Doom 2016 soundtrack is fucking amazing. But Doom music in general's, amazing.
Always,
by default.
Yeah.
By default, it's good.
Right. I love the God of War soundtrack personally.
I know it's fucking cringy as fuck to say, but the Sonic series has some pretty good vocal tracks, which you don't see a whole lot now. I mean, they also have good stage tracks too, especially the retro games. Sonic Mania, which is like basically a retro Sonic like passion project, because they had like fan developers develop that game. Christian Whitehead, I believe his name was, who led the team. Like Sonic Mania is a fucking great fucking retro style game. Like it just takes those elements from like the classic Sonic games, and it adds like new stages and new music. It's a great retro Sonic experience that fans have wanted for like decades.
Right. Speaking of games that like fans want for decades, the Second Sons is also a soundtrack I listen to. It's pretty good, but I really
that series has been dormant for a while.
I know, like it's crazy. Like a lot of people right now is thinking that Showcase. By the way, this was recorded before the PlayStation Showcase, where only Second Son has been out, but a lot of people think like the Showcase might have another installment, which
that would not be a bad idea because like because think about it, like each generation since the PS3 has had an installment of that
Yeah,
series. So, wouldn't hurt to have one for the PS5, and the PS5 doesn't have that many exclusive games yet because,
currently. It just came out, so
yeah, it's gonna be like that, like,
for a little bit, yeah.
yeah. But what music do you listen to? I was always just kind of curious. Do you?
Very indie type music, like AMV's, Rustage, Nate Wants to Battle. Very, very like not very popular music.
Very niche music, very.
Yeah,
I listen to all kinds of shit. I listen to like, metal. I listen to a lot of rock. I listen to some rap as well, and sometimes I also listen to like just sometimes I like to listen to like Dan Bull's kind of cool. He's like this video
right.
game rapper dude. He makes some pretty fun music to bop your head to. Um at least when it comes to like you know, video game rap songs.
Yeah.
But I try to like not listen to one specific genre. My favorite, I will say
don't end up
this, if
doing
you're
that.
curious, my favorite classic rock band would be Motley Crue.
Oh, same.
Um,
But
you
yeah,
know, and as for my favorite modern rock band, it's a hard question. Um,
currently don't have a current favorite rock band right now. Like,
Hailstorm is up there, but they're not it. There's a lot of there's just so much. People like to complain saying that rock isn't mainstream and whatnot, but and it's
right.
it's dead. But I don't think rock is dead. I feel
I don't
like
think rock is
I
dead.
kind of
It's
like it this way because since rock is like there's so many of these like smaller bands that, especially with the internet now, like like probably like 22 years ago, you wouldn't have this much like bands would not be able to put themselves out there as easy.
yeah,
And it's I kind of like alternative music more, especially alternative rock, like hidden gems and whatnot, because it kind of makes it more special to listen to, because
right.
you're like if the few people who actually listens to this said band or said artist. um but that's just how I see it.
Yeah.
But speaking of obscure, I how's your PS5 doing?
Pretty good. I hear PlayStation actually acquired a lot of new PlayStations 5s.
Oh yeah, they I hear they even updated the design to where you don't need a screwdriver to
Yeah, it's like a slimmer kind of model.
it's not a slim model, it's just like it
Heard that as well.
it's how like the stupid thing, like in order to put it like sideways or up or whatever,
Yeah.
you need to like unscrew the thing. Now it's like a knob, so all you gotta do is
Yeah.
just fucking turn it. And
There you go. Yeah.
yeah. I still don't have a PS5. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna get one. And honestly, it sucks because when it was first like out there, I waited like a year, and I was never able to successfully get one when it was like every time it would go in stock on Walmart or Amazon, it just shit was just it's impossible. Like
It's like
you
it
try to
anywhere.
add it in your cart and it says this item cannot be added to your cart. I mean, this
Yeah.
shit's fucking impossible. You cannot fight with these bots, man.
Well, I did.
Well, I mean, you were before that. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to
The
hear
way
from
I
you.
got it was one of my good buddies. Shout out to Captain Icicles. He retweeted a link that would automatically put a PS5 in your cart, and I almost accidentally purchased two of them, one digital, one not. That would have been a lot of money, but I took one out, got the regular disc version, and almost got scammed for like 3 months until it told me, "Hey, you actually have a PS5." Because like it would have been really easy.
You
to
didn't.
sell.
I bet you. So you didn't even pay attention to like the seller, did you? So, like, you just fucking...
Dude, it wasn't even programmed in Amazon yet that PlayStation was selling this item. It was like the first round.
Damn. So it didn't even
So
tell
like
you,
it
like,
was a
the actual seller.
50-50 shot,
So
yeah.
for all you know, you could have just fucking lost, fucking, like,
$600, yeah,
around
about
six
six,
hundred
700.
dollars. Like, I think it's like 599.99. So
Yeah.
around 600 something. You know, like, that's
I could have been easily scammed right then and there.
like, that's half $1,000 you could have fucking lost.
But I guess high risk,
But
high payoff
but
because it
hey,
worked, I
but hey,
guess.
you know, you got lucky, and you know what? I just can't compete. So, I'm just gonna chill out and just wait. There aren't even that many, like, exclusive
Yes.
games for it yet. So I
Right.
mean, I feel like I kind of overreacted a good bit. You know, like, it's there.
It's fine.
It's at this point, it's a glorified, PlayStation 4 Pro, because that's what most people are using it for, is to boost the frame rate and resolution for their PS4 games.
Right. But it's also really hard to get an Xbox Series X. I wanted to get one like what was it?
That
A
is
few
very
months
true.
ago.
I considered getting one because, you can pay for, like, a developer mode, which is like $15, and you can, add, like, your own apps and
But
whatnot on it.
just like the PS5, I was lucky with the PS5. I wasn't so lucky on the Xbox, unfortunately speaking. I
Oh
do
yeah.
not.
I mean, I heard the Xbox was a little bit easier to get a hold of,
Right.
but not by much. Definitely not by much. And I remember, for a little while, Nintendo wasn't restocking, base Switch models. The base models,
Yeah.
not the minis. They were not restocking those for, like, the longest of fucking times. And, like,
Yeah.
I was gonna buy a Switch at one point. So, I have some money. I got a good bit of money on me this time around. I've been saving up, and I got some, throwaway money. I'll buy a Switch. It looks like something I could have fun with. I go there, and I
Right.
could just never find one in stores. I could never really find one online at the time. And if I did, it was, and
I
really,
got mine like I think 2 years ago, if I'm
and
not
then I just
mistaken.
kind of backed out of it. I'm like, I'm probably only gonna play Breath of the Wild on it, and maybe buy Saints Row free. You know,
Yeah.
but
I hear the Steam Deck is a beefy little handheld.
oh yeah, the Steam Deck shit. Um, it's a bit on the pricier side, but I mean, for that market, like,
Like it comes with more memory, like in the cheapest version it
I
has
I
more
did some
memory.
research on it. Apparently, the integrated graphics on the Steam Deck is the equivalent of, like, a 1050, which isn't bad for a
Damn.
handheld. Because
Especially a handheld.
apparently people say, like, the 1050 graphics cards are sort of kind of all the 1050 graphic cards, like, they're already outdated. But believe it or not, like, I think some would argue, like, I've read online, like, apparently 1050s are slightly more powerful than the graphics inside a PS4, but, I don't know how
Not
true that is.
yeah.
But, my laptop I'm using has a 1050, and,
Yeah.
you know, and it's already an outdated system.
But
So,
like if I'm between like a Nintendo Switch or a bit more money for a Steam Deck, personally to me, I'd pay for the Steam Deck because I got Black Ops 3 mods on there. Like there's so many things and more options
I mean,
in
shoot,
my opinion.
when you can play, and I hear they're getting a lot of games optimized for it, which is gonna help a lot.
Yeah.
If they can get games optimized, that would help a good bit. Um, I am curious, like, I'm kind of excited to see where this goes.
Right.
But,
Because it's kind of good to have like more than one person in the like kind of
however,
like
like,
a hybrid, market.
handheld, like, gaming, systems that are,
Yeah.
like, computer based aren't anything new. They've been around for, like, a while.
Right.
Um, there's even, like, a lot of them that are actually really good, but apparently, like, apparently the Steam Deck is going to, like, try to put a dent in, the industry, the niche. It's kind of a niche industry, because only,
Right.
like, there's not that many people that actually seek out to buy, like, a portable desktop, with gaming graphics, because those can actually run up to like $900. So it's
Yeah.
just like, shit's fucking expensive.
Also, to the Steam Deck is like you can just use it as a normal PC. Like you can just use Windows or Epic Store or the Xbox Game Pass, which is interesting.
I also heard you can also stream like stuff off it too, which would make sense.
I mean, it would.
Every fucking game console, except for I think the Switch, streams fucking Netflix.
Right.
Because I heard, I don't know if I think the Switch might stream Netflix, but I don't fucking I know it can stream YouTube. I know that, but I don't know if it can stream Netflix. I heard somewhere that it can't. I could be wrong. Nintendo fanboys, if you're gonna try killing me, just make sure I'm asleep so I don't have to hear your fucking whining. But fuck.
Damn. We are kidding.
I'm just kidding. I love Nintendo.
Yeah, same.
Kinda. But fandoms are shitty in general. But that's a topic for a different day.
That is a topic for.
But, it's kind of interesting. A couple years ago we always would wonder, like, whenever a console came out, even when like I was like a kid, I would always wonder what's next. Like
Yeah.
you sit down and you just like you sit there and you're just like, wonder what the PlayStation 10's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Or
the PlayStation 35.
I remember when before the Xbox One came out, a lot of people thought it was gonna be called like the Xbox 760 or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was. I think that would have kind of been a better name. I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Xbox One is a better name than Xbox Series X, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a plastic box that plays video games. I think we're past the point of creative names. But
Right.
with PlayStation, it's a simple fucking name, though. It's in fucking order. Not order.
Yeah.
It's talking like a fucking 2-year-old. Order. Or I can't even. I can't even freaking.
You're a
like,
wizard, Harry.
Fuck.
Mordor.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a dick, Harry. Oh shit.
Fuck I've never watched Harry Potter. I am not ashamed to admit that. I should.
I dabbled. That's all I got.
I should watch Harry Potter, but I don't. I want to, but I just don't have the fucking time these days, man. I'm too busy staring at the ceiling. But I wonder what Nintendo's gonna do next. Like,
I wonder what their like big response is going to go for.
I know they got the the Nintendo Switch, whatever the fuck it was called, the fucking Google. This tells you how out of fucking touch I am. OLED, the Switch OLED. Sorry, fuck. And the only difference is it has a bigger OLED screen. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit, see if we get any new hardware from them. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Until then, I guess we'll just be satisfied with more Mario and Zelda, and maybe we'll get another Donkey Kong game eventually.
Yeah.
Or maybe a new IP. What about that, Nintendo?
Hey, PlayStation, how about that IP of PlayStation Home that you keep, renewing and never coming out with?
Man, I'm so jealous that you got to experience PlayStation Home.
PlayStation Home was... I know, like, I don't know if anybody in the comments are going to actually be like, hey, I remember PlayStation Home. Like, I was with you, man. That was amazing. It was really good because it was kind of like E3 in a way, but like you can do things like walk around. Didn't have to pay a very big ticket to go to E3.
Oh yeah, those were the days. It was kind of VR chat before VR chat in a way.
Yeah, it was like VR chat before VR chat.
but
because we didn't
some,
have VRs back then.
but a bit more, but a bit more, social, I suppose. But
I guess.
I guess Gmod was a similar, thing. I remember reading somewhere somebody's wanting to start like a petition. Like somebody tried starting a petition to get like Gmod on Xbox or PlayStation. I mean, I don't know if people would actually buy. I don't know. Like, when's the last time Gary's actually been on Gmod?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to get that achievement. Maybe I'll tweet at him like, "Hey, can you really quickly?"
If I'm not mistaken,
jump
I
on?
follow him on Twitter. I think he works on that Rust game or Rust or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, it is called Rust.
I think
It was
because
a
I know
good
he
game.
was tweeting about that, and apparently he works on that game. So
I believe he does.
he's moved on to bigger, better things.
Right.
Well, I never played Rust.
Or who knows?
For
Maybe
all I know, the game
Gmod
could be
2.
garbage. But
Who knows? Maybe there'll be a Gmod 2
I don't
someday.
think there's a spiritual successor coming out that I forget the fucking name of, but it's supposed to it's deeply inspired by Gmod. But
Well, I hope it does good, better than like Planet. Like, there's so many games that was kind of based off of PlayStation Home that never got off the ground,
oh
like
yeah,
PlayStation Home did. Like, it never had that spark. Like,
maybe they
Play-
should do what they did with they should do what they did with like a lot of these companies where a lot of these companies back in the day were making free MMOs or an online RPGs. Like Pirates of the Caribbean Online was one of them that I played as a kid. And
when I was a kid, I played Bleach Online.
um and I would go on, and apparently now they would give away assets to fans like to
Right.
use for free. Maybe they should do something like that. PlayStation should just do something
I don't know.
similar
They
to
keep
that.
renewing the IP of like they own it, but they never like unless they're trying to plan for something even bigger. I don't know why they keep renewing it. I don't.
That pre-installed game on the PS5. The fucking
A Playroom.
yeah,
That
Playroom.
was awesome. That
Um
is the if you're also into nostalgia,
dude,
Playroom is like the best
man,
thing for
I've
you.
seen gameplay of Playroom. It's so fucking fun. It looks so goddamn fun.
Dude, you played it when like you were over here. That was a fun day.
Ah shit. I remember. I played a little bit of it, and I wish I played fucking more of it. I gotta come over to just fucking play more of it. 'Cause
Like, dude, if you anybody's big on nostalgia, that thing is like a nostalgia overload.
if you love PlayStation, it's a fun experience.
Yeah.
But it's I kind of wish like Xbox could do something similar to that. It'd be kind of a cool thing, like have this like compilation game that's obviously like that kind of
E3, but like free.
because Playroom is basically just like a game that PlayStation fans are gonna like for its it's a simple
Nostalgia.
game. It's a simple game with like PlayStation charm in it.
Right.
And I'm actually surprised they packaged it. God damn it, packaged it in for free.
Right. The amount of reference, like I think the funniest one was in
There's
Dante
there's
from
also
Devil
a
May
Jack and
Cry.
Daxter reference, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right. Like there is a lot of references all through it. You would get like consoles as like trophies that you can mess with, and like I had the super slim one. Kind of like took me back to it. You know,
I love
back
how
when
there's
I
just the
played that.
PS2 Slim and it's just a top loader.
Yeah,
Didn't like one of the guys fling off of it when it would like open,
yeah.
and then you have like the tiny guy trying to reach at the PlayStation Home logo,
Right.
but he can't get to it.
And like you had people like the little guys fucking crying because PS Home's gone. Like like around the logo, it was just like, yeah, that's everybody's reaction.
I think they just got a
You
bunch
guys-
of like PlayStation, hardcore PlayStation fans to just fucking make that game.
I have a weird feeling that you're right because like they know the fans' reaction when PlayStation Home finally, said goodbye.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Devil May Cry was originally a PlayStation 2 exclusive. I could be
I'm
wrong.
not
I could
sure.
be wrong. At least
I
the
didn't
first
get
two.
into Devil May Cry until about the PS3 era, honestly.
I mean, the HD collection is where a lot of people were introduced. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not the reboot. Uh, you know,
I
fuck
hope
boy.
not the reboot. I
You know,
hope not.
they really tried to make like an Americanized Dante, but hey, we had Devil May Cry 5. You know, that wrapped things up pretty nicely. Um,
They're open to DLC right now because didn't they do like a Virgil one or the V one or whatever?
I mean, yeah. However, I was glad to see Nero, grow as a character.
Yeah.
I heard that the creator of Devil May Cry, the director of it, I forget his name. I'm terrible with names. Don't sue me. But I remember he said like he'd be willing to do another game, but he says that the brothers, story, Dante and Virgil, that's done. But he said he could do something with Nero. And honestly,
I don't know if
I'd
it's
be cool with
done or
that.
not because like spoilers. No, I can't even English. Um, because they're kind of trapped in hell right now and they're just kind of fighting their way out. So I don't know if they're. I don't know if you can't make anything out of that because I think you could, in my opinion,
Yeah,
because they're just trapped in hell. Like maybe Nero gets them out and.
maybe.
Because I
Well,
doubt like Nero's gonna listen to Dante.
no.
I
Nero
doubt it.
is a very rebellious boy. Well, I think that wraps it up. Any final thoughts?
Um, hopefully we get a lot of time to do this more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll definitely try.
This may have been a bit rusty. This one's may be a bit rusty. Maybe a
A
bit
little
rusty.
raspy.
Because, we're trying this out new. Hopefully as we progress we get a lot better at this. Maybe a bit more organized, or maybe we don't want to be as organized. Maybe a bit less organized.
We're
Um
most likely going to be either less organized because like we haven't recorded in like months,
I had
so we're probably like really rusty.
well, we'll get better eventually.
Probably not.
Well, that
I never got
concludes
better.
the night shift. Farewell.